Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another plot review video, and this time we're on the P- world back in Conquest. Good old Conquest. And we are looking at Realityh's plot. Never know how to spell it, how to pronounce that name. It's Realityh. Realityh, I don't know. If I just do P-I, there you go, Realityh. So, first thing I am going to say about this plot is going to be a negative thing. I do like to see on plots a sign somewhere with your name and what texture pack. I mean, this one is very clearly Conquest and very clearly 1.8 with all the wonderful metadatas, because nobody should be using 1.7. No one should be using 1.8. It's just 1.7 all day long. Obviously I know whose plot it is, and I have seen the progression of this plot, but you know, he's going to, you know, if somebody else was just flying around and they didn't know about the plot me info command, or they don't have access to it for whatever reason, then, you know, have a sign so they know whose this brilliant plot belongs to. So we'll do a quick fly around because it's only a P- plot, and what you can see is it's very green. Green is the colour of this plot. It's very overgrown, and so much detail in this plot. He's got this lowered, which is really great, although maybe it would have been better to have this leading up a hill to the house, and then you could have had the water at the plot level. But then again, this pond at the back also would have been raised up, so that would have looked a bit strange. The reason it is like this is because he built the house first and then made the plot around it. Now, this tree, as you all know, I like trees. It's not my style because I like to use the fences, but having said that, it's great. It's very light on the leaves, so you can see through. It lets a lot of light through, doesn't darken the plot, and it's just great. It just adds really nice atmosphere to the plot. And yeah, we've got a nice little bridge here for detail. Even under the water is full of moss and stone, and we've got sand around the edge. Something I don't use a lot is sand on my plots, but yeah, I don't really like sand a lot. We have got the mossy cobble and mossy gravel, so that's good that he knows about those metadatas. There isn't actually any normal gravel down here though. I think that would have been nice to see. Maybe some dirt, because you do get some sediment. But then you got the mossy gravel, so that is gravel, so I'll let him off. The green wool. The green wool is quite a main feature on this plot, and I don't quite get it. I mean, it adds a different shade of green, which is good, but practicality, I'm not sure why there's so much green wool in the water. For the roof, you know, maybe they tried patching it up with bits of wool or something, but you know, it's just one of those things. I'm not quite sure. The reeds, for some reason he completely forgot about the biome, but since he's changed it to that, they look perfect and just add to the overgrown feel because they're all 3 blocks high. Maybe adding some variation. You know, if you use invisible glass, it stops it from growing, so you could have had the variation up to 2 and maybe 1, but having them all 3 blocks high adds to the overgrown feel of the plot, which is really cool. And yeah, the chimney smoke, very simple. I think that's about all I can talk about for the outside of the plot. It is a P- plot after all, so it is really small. And I like the use of the enviro slabs, the dirt slabs, and the fact that this is all dirt to blend it in. Works really, really well. So let's take a look at this house then properly. By having the grass on the outside like this, a lot of people say this is Hobbit simply just because it's got a grass roof. To me, looking at this, I know Jamsy Boy's Hobbit style was quite sharp, the roof like this. Well, this makes me think more of Anglo-Saxon type houses, or what I picture them to look like. They would have been a simple V shape with grass thrown on top for protection from the weather. This is a bit more stylized than that though. It could be Hobbit, I'm not sure. Again, a sign, you know, to say what it might be. Would be nice to see. So let's just go in. We've got a nice mix of textures, and to contrast with the green, we've got the dark brown and the grey. Very cold, monotone sort of colours, and then you've got the green to really brighten and liven up the house. So we'll take a look inside, and the interior, because is unbelievably tiny. Now, I'm just going to go back outside a minute. You look at this plot, and you look at this house. This house looks huge. There's that much stuff around it that you don't know where the house starts and where the house ends and the terrain starts. It's just, that's really cool. You can't really get a sense of scale. And then you come inside, and it's tiny. Now, there might be a bit more that we're going to get to, because I do think that there is a bit more past this wall. I really find it hard to believe it's this small. So first, we've got this little closet. That's a great use of space, because he could have just put blocks here and just filled that up as a staircase. But no, he's actually used what little space he had. Got a chest in there, a nice little closet. Got a simple countertop here. We've got the pots and pans hanging down. That's something that's nice and not unique, but you do tend to see the paintings up at this level. You know, two up here. So they're down there. That's quite nice. We have the furnace, and this chimney design's quite interesting. I've seen a lot of designs with the furnace and then leaving a block and then having sort of the cobblestone wall to like chimney to take it up. I saw one in, I think it was my last plot review, where he had the cobweb smoke here, and this time Reality's gone for the half slabs. That's quite nice, quite interesting. And in this corner here we have a cauldron. If you leave this, sorry about that, my legs just vibrated, but my phone's not in my pocket. That was really weird. Some people, like, they'll leave the corner, or they'll just put a block, you know, make it something that can be used. I mean, it's a bit out of the way, you know, you've got to go around this slab to actually get to this. Maybe you put a chest there, or a block with a flower pot on top, or a head chest, you know, things like that. It just adds a bit more detail, and it uses the space better. We have this torch design holder and plate for food. I think I've talked about every little thing in detail that I can down here, so we'll go upstairs. That's nice, a railing. That's used well, because this is actually floating here at the moment. So it means that you can walk in between the space, but a lot of people don't have railings on staircases, and it's a danger hazard. You could fall through. So it's nice to see that he has got that. And wow, this house really is this small. Especially with, there's a little section, I'm going to have to go look outside, that juts out on this side. So I thought there might have been like a window or something, but there really isn't, so we'll have to take another look at that. Again, this green wool, still not too sure about that. And with the grass, I prefer to see a bit more wooden support, maybe holding up the grass. Same with thatch roofs. I like to see, not like, you know, completely covered in wood, but, you know, every other block or every couple of blocks. Nice simple bed, bookcases, chests, and a writing desk. So the interior, really cramped. He's done a lot with it. The thing with the P minus plots is there's not a lot you can do, but he's done an unbelievable amount with what he has available to him. The only thing that I will say might be letting this plot down a little bit is, and I feel bad for saying this because I used to hate it when people say unrevanned, you know, this side of the plot feels a bit bland, so you could add a tree. I hate saying, see, this is the bit I was on about. You know, I thought this was like a window or an added bit to the plot, to the house that you could actually access, but it doesn't look like it is, and so that I really like. Yeah, this bit of the plot just seems a bit open, a bit burr to me, so maybe that's letting it down a bit. You've got this nice little river here as well coming round. See this, the front side of the plot with this tree especially and these rocks, it's really nice, but the back just seems quite a bit bare and open. Maybe it was deliberate, but I think that's this corner is the only thing that's letting this plot down a bit. As far as P+ plots go, I'm probably going to give this one 9 out of 10, just for this corner bit and the use of the green wool, just because I'm not sure why he's used that. It seems a bit strange to me. So yeah, that's a really good plot. It's been reviewed already. It was reviewed a couple of days ago, and he's working on an amazing P plot already. I've only just seen the terrain, and I can't wait to see what that like is when it's finished. If that made any sense. Good England, yay. So if you see him on the server, ask if you can go check out his stuff, because he is a great builder and you'll get a lot of inspiration for him. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.